What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. And today is an exciting video because we're finally going to do an update to this front end, and I know you guys are really going to appreciate it. So if you guys don't know, my name is Jorge, and of course this is my 2019 Camaro SS. And the front end has always been a pretty controversial piece when it comes to styling. People either love it or they hate it, and a lot of it stems from this badge here being right in the middle of the bumper and then having this black bar all the way across. Now my car, if you guys have seen in other videos, is shaping up, and I'm trying to get it to be more of a black and white type theme. And so I've actually gone ahead and done like my ZL1 front splitter, as you guys can see here. I've done a lot of gloss black accents all around. So to me, I actually really enjoy and like the way this looks. It doesn't look bad at all. But there is something that I want to try to do just to make things different and have the car stand out a little bit more. And that is, of course, change up this whole front end. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be using 3M gloss white film, as you guys can see here, and it matches up pretty well to the Summit white paint here. And we are going to be wrapping this front section here, about from this top edge here all the way to this bottom edge here. So we're still going to have this in black. We're going to leave this black here, and it's going to go all the way up here. So we're going to be doing this whole section here. Now with this front emblem here, I'm going to try something different, and hopefully it works out. I'm not going to be cutting it out, but I am going to try to make it look a little unique. And so that is what we're going to do today. I've got another plan, depending on how this goes, to do a little bit extra detail using gloss black in the front, which we'll probably do in another video. But today, let's see if we can get this whole section bar in gloss white and just see how it looks. I've never done vinyl wrapping or anything like that, but the first thing we need to do is clean this whole surface area. As you guys can see, I've got bugs and stuff, so we want to make sure the surface is completely clean, and that way you're not having any type of bumps or anything, and the adhesive from the vinyl will stick really well. So let's go ahead, we'll clean this up, and then once it's clean, then before we lay the vinyl down, we're actually going to be using something called knifeless tape. And this is going to allow us to make sure that we get the perfect cuts on all of our vinyls and not need to use X-Acto knife or things like that. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and already overlaid the knifeless tape. And basically this is going to get put on before you put the vinyl over. As you guys can see, unfortunately I didn't get a long enough roll to be able to get this top end, and I couldn't get a wide enough one. So these bumpers have a slit here where it's two pieces. So we're going to do this main front piece first, and then we'll do the two ends as well to kind of, and that'll actually maintain and keep that two-piece split there. So what we did is you have to pay very close attention to in what order you overlaid these tapes in, right? So you can't go ahead and pull and try to cut this angle first because you've got tape coming across. So the way that I've done this is that we're going to first cut from the top, and that removes this top layer tape and gets us this fine cut. We're also going to cut from the bottom, as you guys can see down here, and that removes this overlay. Then we're going to cut the side angle here, and that'll remove this tape on either end. And finally we'll do the last edge cut here. Alright guys, check it out. So working with vinyl is a lot more difficult than I expected. I mean, I ended up having little cuts because this has already had rock chips. I mean, it kind of got caught up there, but just working with it seemed very difficult. I think I did have the heat gun now, but afterwards I think using the heat gun would definitely help. It does make it very soft. Now as you can see here, this is kind of like what I was talking about, doing this basically doing like an embossing. The only problem with this is that you can't, the vinyl is basically just empty there, so it's not sticking into anything. But I think I like that. What do you guys think? Kind of stepping back a little bit. Now the moment of truth is figuring out if this knifeless cutting tape is gonna work. Check it out, guys. I don't know how I'm digging it or whether I'm liking it or not. Maybe I still gotta finish these end caps here on both ends, but I mean, for being my first time doing vinyl, I think I did pretty well. Definitely learned a few things. Bigger panels are definitely harder to do, I think, just because you have such a big single piece that you're having to, I mean, I started on this end and kind of worked my way all the way across, and I mean, I'd had little knickknacks here and there, you know, but overall, I mean, didn't really get. I have a little bit of bubbles here on the bottom, but and then like right here, but I think that kind of goes off with the heat. And the tape, I mean, it still does leave little edges, as you guys can see there, but it's not bad at all. It's very clean cut, especially for someone like us doing it DIY. I think that's probably the best way to do it if you don't want to worry about damaging your paint with an X-Acto knife or anything like that, especially here where I was going to be cutting right in between single paint panel. On these edges here, the X-Acto knife probably would do a really good job, but it's upper pieces where that tape really comes into play. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the two end pieces, and then unfortunately I can't drive the car out because I am getting the transmission controller unlocked, so the car can't be driven right now. That's why it's up in the air and all that. So let's go ahead and finish up the other two sides and then see what it looks like. Well guys, we've done it, and bear in mind before I show you guys that I am no professional. This is the first time working with vinyl, so there are some imperfections, so please don't get me too hard in the comments, but check it out. I actually really like this combination. Check this out. man oh man, perfect, exactly what I envisioned. I really like it. Now there are imperfections, I mean, you guys can see here, and then kind of like here. I mean, obviously I'm not a professional, but the biggest takeaway from this, guys, is that this is what I think is, to me, the best looking combination between the 2019 and the 2020 refresh. So I was actually a fan of the black whole bar down the middle. It really goes well with white and certain colors. I mean, obviously there's some colors that this black bar doesn't go well with, but with white it really went really well. But obviously people complain about the bow tie and where the logo was at. In this case, we now have the flow tie covered up, but I like the embossing, how it's kind of embossed. I really like that, kind of like if it's stamped on there. That to me is really nice. That's to me is better than having it up in the grill. Now the other thing is, guys, I basically am not a fan of the whole white all the way to the back here. See how this is still black? I really like having that black there because it gives it some depth. I mean, when you're looking at this front bumper, the black and the change in color really kind of gives you that depth. I mean, when you're looking at it from the side and all that, it really stands out, really shows kind of all the angular lines of it. Really like that. So that's one thing I felt was kind of off with the refresh, when they repainted and color matched this whole thing and went all the way back with color. That was something didn't like. But this is, I believe, the best combination of both the black and the color match front end. Really like it. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you guys think? I think it looks really good, and I'm actually gonna, now that I've done it myself, obviously with all the little imperfections, I'm gonna be going to a professional and having a professional do this, because this is how I want at least the middle section of my car to be. Now, there are a few more things I can still do. I mean, there's some things that I want, kind of like the SEMA car show that has been flown around, where they've got a like black line here, and then this is kind of blacked out on the side, so the fins are blacked out where the LED DRLs are. Honestly, after seeing it the way it looks now, I don't even know if we need to do that. It really flows really well like this. Let me know in the comments down below. Should I black out around the DRLs and kind of have like little fangs sticking inwards with the white color, and then blacked out there? Let me know. I don't even know if I want to do that now, guys. I really don't. But this is just kind of the beginning. I'm still going to be doing a few more things, guys. This is just the beginning. Like I said, I'm going to be doing a full wrap on the car, and I still haven't seen anybody do that wrap yet on YouTube, at least. And I'm hoping I can get it done before someone else does. I think it's going to go really well with the theme and what we're going with here, with the gloss black and the white. Now, as you guys can see, the car is still in the air. We've got the transmission computer shipped out. It's getting unlocked by HP tuners, so that takes, they should have been getting the computer today, and it takes about another 2 days for them to ship it out overnight. I did pay for the overnight so that the car can be back and driving pretty quickly. If you haven't watched my YouTube video with going to the track with the skinnies, definitely check that out. I'll put a card up this way on this end over here, so you guys can see just how much switching from 18x8 weld racing wheels, which were already light wheels, part of a drag pack, to these 18x5 inch front runners, which just save about 15 pounds each wheel. And the car just ran amazing. Gained a 10th and gained another mile an hour. So check that video out. The car is coming along. There's still a few more things. Like I said, I am going to be doing these tips in a black chrome to again kind of go with this theme of, you know, black and white kind of going on. I don't have anything else that's chrome besides this little outline here now, which I might also get painted black chrome to kind of match with the tips. So overall, guys, I really like where this car is going, and definitely have a bunch of stuff on the event horizon. Got more mods that are going to be coming in after this transmission tune, and I want to be pretty much running right there with some of these you know, bolt-on or basic I want to be right there running with ZL1s and some other cars, using the most minimal mods that I can. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Let me know in the comments down below again, what do you think of that front bumper and that wrap, and I'll see you guys in the next